Keith is back with your full check of the forecast. And we actually have snow coming this weekend, guys. But
If you're in the mountains.
Yeah, right, not for all of us.
But
Not
yes,
for all of us.
still it's something, and the rest of us will get half a weekend. The other half will be, like Chris and I are in. You're thinking about the same thing. Are you already thinking about what am I going to do with my small human on a rainy Sunday? It's funny how that
When the clocks change.
the day, but that's a good direction for a kid, right? The fall back is harder
I gotta
because
think
you're.
about this, but anyway.
Well,
yeah.
the fallback's harder because you're trying to convince him to sleep an hour later.
I have an idea.
Yes.
You do the weather. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it when you're
Okay.
done.
Go team, go.
Are you directing me? Trying to get me
No.
going?
No.
That's okay. Fine, we'll do it. Upper 40s, right around 50 in Sanford, 50 in Freiburg. Nice day today, a lot of sunshine too. Just a few clouds offshore, but basically the entire state didn't have any cloud cover at any point today, which is pretty rare in the late winter, early spring period. Big storm off to our west here. This is going to approach from the southwest, and so as a result, it's going to bring in some of its own warm air, and we're going to have problems with precipitation type. That's why when Sammy was talking about snow, we will get some foothills in the mountains, but along the coast, this is likely to be an all-rain event. Rest of today looks good. Tonight drops down to about 30, mountains 20s, and northern Maine in the 20s as well. And then clouds increase, I think, pretty rapidly tomorrow. This model might be a little too fast with it, but I think the idea is that by the middle of the day, we're clouded up across much of the state. Temperatures upper 30s to around 40. Not a great looking day like today, but dry nonetheless, and so it's pleasant. And then here comes our system tomorrow night. Now, initially it's cold enough that we'll start to snow in a lot of locations just away from the coastline. Will be snow overnight Saturday into early Sunday. But that rain snow line makes pretty good progress here through the evening into the early morning hours on Sunday. And so I think by Sunday at 6, I bet the rain snow line is just about Lewiston and Augusta. This might be a little bit too warm, but the idea is that a lot of us will have changed over to rain. Heavy periods of rain in there too through the middle of the day. This rain snow line pushes into the mountains eventually, and so even they likely end as a little bit of rain here on Sunday afternoon. The vast majority of the precipitation, though, is snow, and then this system's out of here by Sunday afternoon. So snowfall amounts 4 to 8 for the mountains. There could be a couple of higher peaks that get 8 to 12. That would be great, but I think generally we'll be looking at 4 to 8 inches of snow. 2 to 4 inches into northern Maine as well, coating to 2 inches. And as far as uncertainty goes, this zone here is the hardest part, because if the rain snow line stalls a little bit longer, I think there's a pretty decent difference between 2 inches of snow and a coating, and so I think the speed of that rain snow line will make the difference. Just rain along the coastline, I don't think we'll be able to even start as snow there. As far as rain goes, another inch to 2 inches of precipitation. That means we'll have that flood watch in effect over southern Maine, a couple of flood warnings too for some rivers, and then a coastal flood advisory, because we are going to see onshore winds that will be quite strong. So a little bit of shove to a king tide. But man, it's going to be warm next week. Some 50s around Wednesday, Thursday, probably into Friday as well. So I don't think this is like, those couple of storms we got December and January. It's not one of those. I do think we'll see some minor coastal flooding at least, because we've got a king tide. So king tides around here are minor coastal flooding by themselves to begin with. So Portland tide's supposed to be 11.3 feet. So that's already flooding technically. So we'll get some more of that with an onshore flow, and then the mountains will get some snow. But I think it all kind of works out.
We answered your question.
We did.
Kids are going to be going to bed later, but when they wake up at 6 in the morning, it'll be 7 in the morning. I don't know if that helps you or not, but she said she's losing an hour of
We are
sleep.
still losing an hour of sleep.
I think it's easier that way, but the other way, think about it. The other way, you have to convince your kid when they wake up at 6 that, it's actually 5, sleep an extra hour.
True.
Yeah.
But they go to bed an hour earlier, hopefully.
Maybe.
Depends on where your battle is, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Keith.